Hey peeps, it's Triple L. Thank you for tuning back into the second part of my step-by-step reaction for the August 1st Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer. I ran out of time yesterday to do the editing, so I just uploaded one part, and now this is the second part. Thanks for watching, and yeah, let me know what you think. I can tell you that after this video, the next couple of videos are all going to be centered around this particular trailer, because it has brought in a lot of game-changing elements, potentially anyway. But yeah. Stick around for those videos if you'd like to see them, and okay, I just want to point out this picture again. It's just funny to see a giant Exeggutor looking so funny there. And there's a lot of nice little Pokemon flying around. This is really nice, man. This is nice. Anyway, more new Pokemon discovered. Okay, so Oricorio seems to be the new gimmick Pokemon. As we can see, it has different styles according to which island it's from. I would like to say that the Pom-Pom style is coming from the starting island because we also have Tapu Koko, who is an electric bug. So the Pom-Pom style might be an electric flying. So that's, I think that's most likely what's going on, which means with the typings of these guys, are the other Island Guardians going to be Fire, Psychic, and Ghost? We'll have to see. Anyway, overall, the Pokemon looks cute, and I like its general designs across its Ballet, Pom-Pom, Pau, and Sensu. So yeah, still very much a gimmick Pokemon. Okay, its ability Dancer. I actually think that could be interesting depending on how people predict the game. Because at this point, it can copy even Sword Dance. That's the one I can definitely think it would definitely be able to copy. Minior, the new rock flying type. Ooh, that's interesting. And it has an ability Shield Down. Let's actually look through this guy a little bit more. He looks like a little meteorite, and you kind of, it seems to be coming out of there with Meteor. Like I could see a meteor kind. It kind of sounds like Meteor actually. Okay, let's just go through the video because he actually has a very interesting form change. And there's Shield Down. So what we're looking at now is Minior's core. So this is the little guy that's inside of the rock. And different varieties, they look pretty neat. I actually like the design of this little Pokemon. I might go for him. Okay, he looks cool. And here we get Yongoose's evolution, which is good. It now officially confirms Zangoose has nothing to do with any of this. And its name is Gumshoos. Honestly, yeah, it looks alright. That's probably about as good as I expected a rodent evolution to look. Okay, here we have Fomantis and Lurantis. So, overall, I think they're pretty cool Pokemon. I think it's interesting that they are not actually, bug types, but they look nice. I'm glad to have more grass types in the mix. Very colorful. A lot of the Alola Pokemon are very colorful, and these guys are definitely carrying through with that. Okay, I just want to say, new move, Solar Blade, looks freaking awesome. It looks like it's taking advantage of Solar Beam, and it's pretty cool looking. And here we get Mudbray. He is the pre-evolution of Mudsdale, and yeah, you know what? I think he's cute. He's cute in his own little way. Let's move on. Okay, so riding Pokemon. With this, we now know that it's not your Pokemon that's being used. It's just these specific service Pokemon. So that was effectively what I was thinking was going to happen. But it's pretty cool the variety of riding Pokemon we have this time around, which we will now see. Okay, the Island Challenge. Now this is a pretty big thing because I do not know what's going to happen here. It's pretty complex, pretty complicated. We're just going to go through the whole video for this part, and then I'll talk about what I understand from it at the end. Okay, actually introducing all the different important people for these trials. Okay, the Island Trials. Like, I really didn't know what to say about this because it is a drastically new concept. Let's just outline what's happening in an Island Trial. First, you go through the Island Captain. The Island Captain, the Trial Captain, he presents you with a task. Maybe it's finding some Pokemon, maybe it's finding an item, maybe it's noticing the difference between two dance moves. Okay, cool. Overall, that's not very engaging, but it's a nice little, task to do, I suppose. Then the second aspect, the totem Pokemon. You have to go fight the totem Pokemon. So now you're 2/3 of the way through. The totem Pokemon boosts some kind of stat. It has some pretty cool mechanics. Maybe it's bigger than a regular Pokemon. Okay, cool. You finish the totem Pokemon. Then you go and fight the Kahuna. Okay, cool. And that's the last part of your trial. The Island Trials, from what I understand, block progression. They might be the tool that blocks progression. I want you guys to think back to all the other Pokemon games. What usually stopped you from going from town to town? It was either plot, like annoying little NPCs who would not let you go through, or it was an HM for those segments where you had to cross water. They were all just really good uses of, progression stops. The HMs in particular are very good uses of progression stops. Even in Pokemon fan games, the HMs are usually what stop people from progressing. So what's happened here is that progression stops have now been linked to these trials. So now you can't get past one particular island to the other. Now, the reason I'm actually talking about this, the reason I want to bring this up is because now I am really questioning what's going on with the gyms. Are there going to be gyms? And just looking at this, there's 4 Kahunas and there's those little trials, but those islands are huge. Okay, I really don't think that one of these Kahuna fights or battles would take place over the entire island. Like, you have to go the whole island to find the Kahunas and do their trials and whatnot. I really hope that's not the case. And the thing that's really scaring me about this, if there are no gyms, is just that it possibly means that the overall runtime of this game, the overall campaign, is going to be really short. And I don't want that in a Pokemon game. I like the 8 gyms just because I know this is a good amount of time that I'm going to be spending. And that's why I really want to doubt that they've completely stripped out the gyms. Especially when you look at the Kahunas. I mean, like, even looking at Hala, he only has 3 Pokemon. Okay, that cannot be like an end-all fight. It cannot be that great. That's like a regular gym leader fight. So, if it's switched a system where we now have like effectively 4 gym leaders and then some kind of Elite 4 setup, that's still not good for me, man. Like, that's a pretty short game unless this game has a lot more to offer. And even looking at the map of of the islands. It looks like they have more than one town on each island, so justifiably they could have more challenges going on. But overall, ideally, I would like a situation where we have these island trials that block progression and also gym leaders. Because the gym leaders are just like a promise of a certain amount of time that you're going to spend playing this game. And if we are just at 4, which I highly doubt, because, well, this is just my inner person who doesn't want change talking. I just want like a lengthy campaign. That's really all I personally want. And the gym leaders are a promise of a kind of lengthy campaign, at least lengthy enough compared to regular Pokemon games. So if we have an ideal situation where we still have gym leaders and these island trials effectively become like super contests or Pokemon contests, that would be the best situation in my eyes. Because again, I definitely do want that kind of gameplay. I definitely do want that kind of time commitment. One thing about the characters that were introduced in this trailer, they're pretty cool. Their designs are different. One of the trial captains is a child. Whatever. Pokemon's done this before. I wonder if we'll get to battle them at any point. Like if there's any kind of post-game area where we can go and like battle them. Because I think that'd be cool. Like they seem like interesting characters. It'd be nice just to have Pokemon battles with them. Anyway, moving on. So now we're crossing into Z attacks, and this was something that we saw in the Japanese trailer. They're effectively new ways to attack, as the trailer says. But the way it works, as I understand, there's a specific move for every type, and you activate it once per battle. Cool enough. Let's actually just watch it, because this is pretty fun to look at. I do want to comment, it's probably called Z moves, because these moves are pretty much like the Super Saiyan of regular Pokemon moves. Like, oh my god, they take up the whole screen. Let's watch. So ultimately the Z moves, very flashy. Anyway, this video has gone on for long enough. I really talked a lot about the Alolan versions because that's a big game changer. Peeps, let me know what you think about this trailer. Let me know what you think about the island challenges. I might have to make a separate video about that. I do want more information on the challenges. I want to know if we're going to get gym leaders or not. I want to know like how many people that we actually have to face in these challenges. I want to know how lengthy they are. Yeah, because if they're just a regular gym length, and there's only 4 of them for every island, that's going to be a bit disappointing, but we'll have to see. Anyway, peeps, I hope you enjoyed this little step-by-step reaction, and yeah, let me know what you think. Till next time.